President of Gabon, His Excellency Brice Oligui Nguema, on Thursday visited the military cemetery in Accra to lay a wreath in honor of Ghana's late former president, Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. Speaking during a wreath-laying ceremony, Gabonese President Nguema credited the late former Ghanaian President, Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, with inspiring Gabon's democratic reforms and peaceful political transition following the event of August 30th, 2023. President Oligui Nguema says President Rawlings' speeches and writings had influenced many African leaders and provided guidance during Gabon's transition. President Oligui Nguema recalled Rawlings' statements on justice, accountability, and strong institutions, noting that they shaped Gabon's effort to establish a new constitutional order. He explained that under Gabon's newly established Fifth Republic, the country has introduced key democratic reforms, including a constitutional two-term limit for president and provisions preventing a president's son from directly succeeding his father.
Cet hommage que nous rendons aujourd'hui au président Rawlings pour l'ensemble du peuple gabonais.
This is a well-deserved tribute that we have just paid to the memory of late President Rawlings, for the Gabonese people and for Gabon as a whole. Through his writings and his speeches, I think that late President Rawlings inspired a good number of African leaders. I remember one of his quotes when he said, when the people are oppressed with justices as accomplices, the military have to take responsibility. And that's what inspired us to perpetrate the liberation coup in Gabon on the 30th of August 2023. I also remember another quote when he was taking power here in Ghana. He said that we are going to establish strong laws in Ghana so that even if the devil takes power here, he will not dwell one more day in power here in Ghana. So that's the spirit that guided the establishment of the new laws in the Fifth Republic that we have just established in Gabon right now. We have two examples. The first is that in our laws we have established the limitation of the number of terms for a president. We have now 2 terms only for a president. The second example is that a son of a president cannot take over his father. We have established strong laws, tough laws against corruption. Now Gabon is attractive to investors. A lot of them are coming now to invest in Gabon. And it's thanks to him and his ideas. So that's why I would like to thank President Rawlings for showing me the way to lead the transitional period in Gabon in peace. And we were successful in Gabon thanks to him.
Ya Asantewaa Rawlings, daughter of former President Jerry John Rawlings, called on current generation of leaders in Ghana and Gabon to preserve and strengthen the enduring friendship established by her father and his contemporaries. She expressed gratitude to the government of Ghana for preserving the memory of the late President Jerry John Rawlings and commended the officers and men of the Ghana Armed Forces for their professionalism and dignity in honoring the solemn occasion.
Friendship nurtured by President Jerry John Rawlings and the leaders of his generation, founded on mutual respect, Pan-African solidarity, and a shared vision for the upliftment of the people of our continent. Today, through this act of remembrance, we are reminded that while those great statesmen have completed their earthly journey, they have entrusted to us the sacred responsibility of preserving and strengthening the bonds they forged. May this wreath stand as a symbol that the baton of brotherhood has been passed to the present generation of leaders in Ghana and Gabon, who will continue to deepen the ties between our two nations for the benefit of our peoples. It is in the same spirit that the J.J. Rawlings Foundation, inspired by Jerry John Rawlings' sacred duty to the socio-economic liberation of the ordinary African builds upon his legacy, ensuring that the vision continues to inspire an awakening of Africa's collective consciousness. We also express our sincere appreciation to the government of the Republic of Ghana for its continued support in preserving the memory of Jerry John Rawlings, and to the officers and men of the Ghana Armed Forces whose professionalism and dignity have lent fitting honor to this solemn occasion.